Hello and welcome to Aishu's Crafty Kids Club's Valentine's collaboration, and I'm Jane and this is Matilda and Josephine. And I thought I'd share this because they're not going to be in this video because I'm not doing a painting of them this time. They have been in every collaboration I've done, and this time I've kicked them out and so they're not happy. So I'm going to share this one that I'm working on that's going up probably next Sunday because I am doing one of these a week now for the rest of the year. So that will be 49 in total. I did one on Sunday, so if you want to check that one out, you can go and have a look. But today I am going to be doing a stained glass window. So firstly, I just want to thank Janice from Just Janice who came before me, and after this will be Holly. So the heart that I'm doing 2 panes of glass, and I just decided to do a snake sort of motif wrapped around the heart, and then also wrapped around this sort of little vase that goes underneath, catching the essence of the heart. So now I've got my acrylic plastic that I'm going to take this cover off. I've cut out quite a substantial piece to do this. So that looks so nice when it's got my fingerprints on it. So this is just acrylic plastic, just Perspex. So I stuck this little bit of Perspex on here, and I've made sure that I've got loads of space to put my fingers when I actually do the cutting because it's so much easier to hold. And now I'm just going to draw around everything. I'm going to get in really, really close. So I'm going to do it off camera because otherwise all you're going to see is my head. Outline is done. And so I'm just going to stick this down on here and basically spend probably, it took me an hour or so to cut the other one out. Hopefully it's not going to take so long this time because I'm a bit more practiced. 2 hours later and this is done. It takes such a long time to score because I'm doing like probably 3 or 4 and then I have to switch it over and do the other side. I should have just scored it a little bit longer so that like further down so that it's going to snap easily off the plastic. Again, sometimes I think I haven't scored it enough, so I might have to, but there we go. That made it easier. And I'm going to have to do that with everything. But it's a scary process, and what I also do, if it's not quite going to come off, I will just keep scoring it again until it actually snaps. And that's why it's not really snapping all the way, it's because it just needs a little bit of extra guidance. So I'm going to disappear off and snap all of these bits off, and I shall be back to do the next bit. All the pieces are cut out. I had a little bit of an issue here. I don't know whether I've lost that piece or whether I just didn't cut it out. I've left some bits not, like, they're not actually completely cut out because they were just so difficult, but most of them are cut out and I'm really proud of that. So what we're going to do next is add the color. So I'm going to randomly add color in here, there and everywhere, and I'm just going to start, and I have to be careful to make sure I know which bits are which. I want to obviously do the red on the heart, so all I'm going to do is plop a little bit on here, and I shouldn't have put that much on. I should have put some of the orange on as well, but because it's not going to, I don't want it to be pink. This may not, oh, whoops. Get the giggles. This may not come out as well as I would hope, but it's going to take me forever. And regardless of what this stuff is made of, I am going to use my finger just to spread it around and hopefully mix the colours at the same time. Oh, how about if I put it in the frame? There we go. Mixing the colours at the same time. So I want it to be red, and when I mixed pink and orange before, it did come out. There's a nice red. And voila, we have one done. And then this is going to be a bit trickier because I need to make sure that I only have the colour on the bit that I want. So I just want it on the heart. That's why I really wanted to cut them all out individually. So I'm going to go ahead and colour all of these different colours. I've got green, dark green, light green. I'm going to do orange. So I will be back when all the pieces are coloured accordingly. So these are still drying All the black ones I'm actually going to have a go at just scoring them. I just want to see if I can just like scratch the surface and maybe make it, I don't know, a bit more textured. Try not to scratch myself. I think I need to make it a bit firmer. So I have scored a few of them, and I did a little bit off camera. So I scored it like hash scoring on both sides. And I started putting it together. So these are all dried, and I'm thinking it's looking pretty good. But what I want to do is get all the pieces together, and then I need to do a stencil with some normal paper onto there. So I've drawn a drawing, I've traced everything, and I've done a black outline of the lines I don't want to cut, and then all the pencil lines are the ones I'm going to cut, and then it's going to form the appearance of a stencil. So I'm going to get to that right now, and I will come back when it is done. So I've cut this little stencil out and I've painted it grey. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pieces of plastic onto the stencil. So I'm going to put them right up to the edge, and then, now this worked before. This is just glue that I found from, it's like a model airplane kit that never quite got finished. And what I did before was I actually put the glue underneath, and it kind of got soaked under the plastic. It went underneath the plastic. This may not work this time. It may not have the desired effect. And also, ventilation is always good at this point. And one of the things that I found is when I do it on this plastic, it's actually quite good. So I'm going to put a little bit, I'm putting it out of camera again, a little bit there. And I do make a mess. I made a mess last time, and you can see the glue all over the place, but it's clear and it doesn't really matter. So there we go. There we go. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, and hopefully it will soak under. Now, I've got the thicker bit here because that's the bit that's going to join the top one. And I am going to go off and do all of that, and then I will come back, and this section of the window will be done, and hopefully, and not hopefully, it will look absolutely amazing. Okay, I am so happy with how these came out. So I will hold it up against the light in a minute, but yeah, they just look so good. So what I'm going to do, the last little thing, is just glue an outside frame onto it. So I will get the glue, oops, and then I think it'll be easier just to pop it tiny bit around the edge. Yep. And then it should cover up any of those little errors down there. Yep. And there is a little bit of the plastic sticking out either sides, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with pretty much anything now. We have to hold that down. Okay, so here it is in situ, and I really love how it looks. It's not actually going to be attached to the window or attached to the house because I didn't do it the right size, and I knew that when I was doing it that it was not going to fit. The original plan was to have a frame around it, so it had this sort of frame here. So the next one I make is going to be smaller, and then it will actually fit inside the window frame. But I'm really pleased with that, and it took many an hour, so yeah, I'm so happy. So up next is Holly from Holly Fisher Art, so do go and watch her after me, and thank you so much for watching.